Hey, one day till Thanksgiving. Do you have good Thanksgiving ready to go?
Oh, of course.
It's going to be incredible. I'm going to go ahead and call my bride. I'm sure she's stressed out.
She probably won't answer you.
We did a week in Disney. Crazy. Of course, it's fun.
Right.
I say stressed out. She's not stressed out because of me. She had to leave Disney.
Did you come back with any demons or anything? I hear Disney's kind of like
incredible.
that.
Disney is incredible. The whole thing is incredible. It's been great for her. You remember? Sure. I told you a few weeks ago she was tense. Broken finger. Dog broken.
From the well-behaved dog.
From the well-behaved dog. Yeah. A little tense about Stella being her last Friday Night Lights last year. Guess what happened?
What's that?
The football team that needed to win lost, so therefore Stella gets to cheer again. Which is incredible. She keeps going. And then the cheer team won state. Then Disney. So Robin's tense, but the reason she's tense, she had to leave Disney. She had to come back to reality.
That's horrible.
Back to a house with me, pick up your stuff. I'm going to go ahead
let's call her and see how she's doing.
I'm going to call and see how she's doing. She told us never call. She said, I don't want to be on the show. I don't want to be y'all's spiritual muse.
Sure.
And I'm going to call her and just see what she says. I don't want to be on y'all's show. Then she comes on the show and promos her little getaway daughters conference.
But you don't have to have a daughter.
You don't have to have a daughter.
Yeah, you don't have to have a daughter.
Hello?
Oh, God.
That sounds weird.
That sounds...
Something is different today.
Are you in... Dear God, you're in the room.
She's sitting right next to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever on the Mark and Phil show.
Why are you calling
sitting
me?
in here the day before Thanksgiving, thanks to Phil.
Yes.
It's the Mark and Phil show. Probably change it to the Phil and Mark show. Why? What did you do? What did you say?
I got Robin in studio.
Robin in studio, and who else?
My lovely wife is sitting right next to me as well.
I couldn't even believe you were married. You talk about her all the time. Lo and behold.
Some of the pictures do look photoshopped. I will say that.
I will say something, ladies, before we go on, and we're going to let y'all have the show. We brought you on. We're just giving you carte blanche.
I don't think we're taking the show.
You just said a moment ago that this is the tipping point. We'll probably be
I think we'll be the tipping point for the show, but I don't think we have to take
Alicia,
it.
how do you feel real quickly?
I'm actually with her on that.
Oh, God. Well, real quickly before we go on, I want to say a couple of things.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we were at a party.
Yes.
And somebody walked up and said, if I didn't know better, y'all look gay.
Yeah, I don't.
Like we were dressed to the nines. I looked great.
We just looked really nice.
Looked really nice.
People aren't used to that.
I was in all black. You were in all black.
Sure.
What do you ladies think? I mean, just give us your comment on us. Grade us. Alicia, grade him real quick. 1 to 10. What do you give him?
Well, I told him tonight he looked like he belonged in New York City.
Oh, baby.
New York,
baby.
New York, that's where I'm going. Tony.
So we're not going to take up any more time.
Okay.
We're going to give it over to Robin.
Why are we giving it over to me?
Because we're talking about Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And you're a little critical at times of our show, and we thought it would be a great time to just jive in for
family show.
Great family show. And let's, real quick, promo daughters. What's coming up in your conference in January? Give a promo. Use our show.
Okay. Conference in January, coming up January 12th and 13th.
Going to be an incredible weekend.
2024.
I'm excited about it. Are you coming?
It's going to be good, of course.
Going to be very good. So you guys have Thanksgiving. Are you still want to go?
I'm just saying we're having a conference for women of all ages where we're going to unveil the heart of the father towards his daughters. Do you want me to give a spiel or?
I want you to do whatever you want because your happiness is my life.
Tipping point.
No, it's your show. That's enough of my promos.
Okay.
You can follow me for more promos.
You got any Thanksgiving traditions you guys do for Thanksgiving?
We normally go see Philip's family for Thanksgiving.
Where at?
Well, this year...
She's talking, Phil.
Sorry, it's your right.
And this year we are going on the road.
Where are you going?
Oh, is it my turn? We're going to Austin, Texas. We're doing an 18-hour drive in 2 days.
What?
Yeah, doing it in a Tesla, too, by the way. We're going to stop and charge.
Who are y'all going to see in Austin?
My sister lives there.
Matthew McConaughey lives there.
Oh, God.
Is he one of your...
I'm just saying, and his wife, Camilla.
Me to him all the time. Why do you always compare me to Matthew McConaughey?
I like them. They're one of Hollywood's
So if I can get a shot of him or something, or an autograph?
Or Camilla. I like Camilla as well. She does a Women of Today kind of food Instagram blog kind of thing, which is great. And I just think they are some of Hollywood's best, and they're in Austin.
This just took a weird left term. Matthew McConaughey.
No,
well, I mean, we're talking about Thanksgiving, being thankful.
She's being thankful.
Okay.
Hey,
for his beautiful self.
How's your marriage? 8. How's Matthew McConaughey and his wife? Oh my God, they're the top of the line.
They're 10.
They're like purebred dogs. I'm married to a little basset hound.
They look scary, bro.
Go ahead and esteem Matthew.
He does have a great book. My husband has a great book too.
No.
Green Lights is a really
Tell us
good
about
book.
Matthew McConaughey's book.
It's a good book. Green Lights is a good book. So,
tell us what you learned. What one thing you learned out of Matthew McConaughey's book? One thing out of Greenlight.
Go. Don't stop. Go. Which circles me right back to here. Okay. You had this opportunity, an idea that you had to start a podcast, and you've done it. You took it as a green light, the idea, and you ran with
international.
it. And here we are. So here we are.
Have people in the Philippines,
Mexico.
We have people in Mexico. I would like to say something. I got to come back to you because I'm going to ask a difficult question about this trip.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's okay. Just take a deep breath. Do you know that Robin, you may not know this, Alicia. Well, let me ask, do you listen to the Mark and Phil show?
I have listened to some.
Well,
it's the same. It's
oh, God. How did they get on the show? Okay. So the other night, I'm at a football game. A random woman walks up, and this woman, you know who you are.
I think it was Desiree.
Desiree,
I think maybe.
You know who you are, Desiree.
Friend.
But Robin's been telling me that Phil and I banter way too much. We don't need to be funny. You know what she does?
That's not what the masses say, though.
That's what the masses. This lady walks up to me, taps me on the shoulder. I look, I'm startled, like, wow. And she says, your podcast is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I look forward to it coming out every Wednesday.
That's 2 in a row. The coffee shop, now the game.
Yeah, we're famous.
We're going somewhere.
No, me and Phil are going somewhere
every day.
We do. That is true. But do you or don't you want to be on the podcast?
On it, on occasion.
Calling you, giving us spiritual advice.
I mean, sometimes.
Okay. Well, we'll call you sometime. Alicia, you're going to Louisiana.
No, she's going to...
We're going to Texas. Matthew McConaughey, remember?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, that's where he lives.
Okay.
He's got a good book.
Tesla. Have you ever been in a Tesla?
Never.
You're nervous?
No.
Not at all.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because he watches videos every single day
I'm prepared.
on YouTube about Teslas.
Prepared.
And reminds us probably 25 times a day.
I woke up today. I woke up today. I was like, guess what? And everybody's like, oh, God, Dad. And I was like, 2 weeks until we get the Tesla.
What's it like being married to a man that's so prepared? Because Robin would not know.
He used to be really spontaneous, and now he's all very well prepared. I'm not sure how to take it, actually.
Oh, preppy Phil.
That's not true.
I feel like this is kind of spontaneous.
Yes, it really is.
Yes,
this moment.
It is. I am very spontaneous and fun and amazing. Michael Scott.
Oh, well, that's good. So back to tradition. You're going for the first time to Texas, right? Headed to Texas in a Tesla. How many times are you going to have to charge?
According to the Tesla navigation, 5 times altogether.
Okay.
So we go to Longview, Texas, Saturday night, spend the night, and then go on in. Hey, we're doing something else that's pretty cool. We got to go through Waco. So we're going to the Magnolia Table. We've got reservations there to eat. What's the designer name? Joanna. And so Chip and Joanna, we're going to their place.
Take her by the David Koresh. Let her just see that.
I was going to say there are a lot of famous people there, but I'm glad that Joanna and Chip are where you're headed.
Say hello to them.
Well, I'll say
Alicia, real quickly, and you too, Robin, but real quickly, favorite. I got to get to know you. Well, I want our viewing audience to get to know because this is the tipping point.
I think they should. Yeah.
Alicia, favorite holiday?
Easter.
Why?
I love it just because of the whole story.
Jesus died for our
sins. Get more excited about Easter than they do about Christmas, I feel like.
I like her.
Maybe it's because we dress alike a lot.
I thought she was going to say my birthday, but
no. That's favorite color?
Blue.
Mine too. I like that. Favorite movie?
The Notebook.
Oh my gosh!
It is.
Lord. That's Robin's favorite.
She made me watch this movie when we first got married. But when you're dating and you first got married, you watch that kind of stuff. Now
I read all of the books. It was just one of those things.
Robin's like, look, they died together. I'm like, yes, golly.
No, not just died together. They lived in old age.
Tell us why that's your favorites too.
I'm
Tell
just
us
a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
So
and she married me because I fulfill the hopeless. And then she's the
Jack and Rose. Jack and Rose.
Thank you so much. Real quickly, how long have you and Phil been married?
Ooh, almost 15 years.
Okay. I didn't think she was going to know.
Favorite memory with the little marine flip? You have a favorite memory?
Peachy.
Egypt.
Oh, yeah, when we went to Egypt.
Tell me about it real quickly.
You want me to?
What was your favorite thing about Egypt?
Was never, ever on an airplane, and he decides to take me.
Ooh.
First time to Egypt. It was pretty good, though. I wouldn't have been able to navigate without him.
Did you ride a camel?
So, yes, we did.
And a funny story about the camel, they put us both on one. My camel hated me and didn't want to pick me up and go. And I wasn't as, what was it, the fat, who do I look like? Fat Thor? It was, no, her camel loved her, wanted to like keep her, all that kind of stuff. My camel was like spitting mad. They had to literally beat it with a stick just to get it up to go.
Dang. Would you go back?
Oh,
absolutely.
Really?
Tomorrow.
Well, maybe we would go to. Would you go to Egypt, Robin?
See the pyramids? Great time.
Camel ride, pyramids.
I want to go to Greece.
The pyramids are
That's
great.
not what we asked. Egypt. I want to go to Greece and Rome and stay in a castle with the Queen. And would you go to Egypt?
I don't know. I've never even thought about who thinks.
It's
hey, I'm just going to go vacate in Egypt. I guess a lot of
incredible
people.
though.
No, it's incredible. The pyramids literally. When I saw them for the first time, it was breathtaking. It was one of the greatest sights I've ever seen. It was wonderful. It was a great trip.
Yeah, I would go.
We went to Mother Teresa's orphanage, and I got to play with the babies and do some missions work in the orphanage, Mother Teresa's orphanage, which was really, really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I want to hear something real quick. A few episodes back, we talked about going on a cruise, and you and Phil go cruising, right? Tell me what your husband does on a cruise every night. He does something special of where won't you change your name or something?
Yeah, I just try to. Oh wait, do you want to answer that?
He has a different occupation every single night.
I would love to be Jack as well.
That. I would love to hear this.
I mean, he's Dr. Phil. He's a veterinarian. He's a psychologist. He's a teacher.
I've done it all.
Do you go along with it?
Absolutely.
She doesn't have a choice.
Really?
She doesn't have a choice.
Do you have a fake name like Carla?
I do not.
Oh, you just go by Alicia.
I'm genuine.
You're just a genuine.
You're genuine.
But you play the game when he's there and he goes, hey, I'm Dr. Phil. I'm a veterinarian. You just love on him and act like he's a veterinarian. That's fun. Has anybody ever challenged you on that?
No, I don't get that.
Never.
No. Everything from a truck driver to a doctor, I've done it.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Phil, and again, let's promo real quick. Okay. You take people on trips. You have a business. What is it?
It's another adventure travel agency.
Okay, Alicia, I talked to Robin. She's been tense a lot lately with the kids growing an end of cheer.
Broken finger.
And done with Disney and that and all. So I've said I'm going to take her on a cruise. Would you come too?
I absolutely
You and Phil
come.
both would come.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. And
where Robin said she wants to go is where she wants to go.
So
she wants to do Mediterranean.
Would you go? We'll do the Mediterranean cruise.
I'm ready.
I think it's the Viking stuff.
And
Isn't that the name of it? That's different than a cruise, though, right?
There's a Vikings cruise line.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And we could be different people every day.
I think it would. You know what? We could do
I would be so disappointed if you went on the cruise and did that with Phil, because when we were on the date, like where you just came up with Carla and all that, where you came up with that, I tried to do this. I tried to act like that we were.
She did.
A couple who was just dating. And you didn't play the game very long.
Well, we went over. That was a whole entire podcast. Did you listen to it?
I listened to a portion of it,
well,
but I still would be a little bit upset.
Because we went over the whole reason of why I quit role playing.
I know you don't do good with acting.
I don't, because I suddenly just freak out. And I would like to say that the reason you don't know the show is because Phil and I have been offering you money to your Venmo account
for your Disney trip last week.
Yeah, for the Disney trip. We've been saying if you would listen to the podcast and hear that we were going to Venmo you money for listening, and all you had to do is call us and go, I want my Venmo, and you would have gotten a bunch of money.
I've had people walk up to me and go, has Robin talked to you yet? Has she listened? And I'm like, no, that money is safe in my bank account.
It's safe in our bank now because it's over. Disney's over. You got no money because you don't listen to the show, and there could have been great reward. We would have rewarded you.
Time and its ability to move and shift is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
well, let's do this. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow.
I would like to know from you guys, though. Hold on. You asked me questions. I would like to know what Evan's family traditions you guys have on Thanksgiving. Do you guys do anything crazy? You just get with family and eat?
Crazy, just family and food.
It's always been my brother. He comes over from Alabama with all his family, and then usually Robin's family comes over, and we gather at either Robin's mom and dad's house with everybody or my mom and dad's house with everybody. And the family's getting too big, so we're trying to figure that out. But one tradition the guys do, and sometimes the girls, is we play Rook.
Oh, cool.
Do you know Rook?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we're a big Rook fan. So her dad, me, my dad, my brother, cousin, cousins, we'll all get together, nephews, and we play big round, and it's just every year. So we've been probably doing that 30 years at least since we've been married.
Yeah, very cool.
Every year, who's going to take home the old trophy on a Rook night? So
favorite dish at Thanksgiving, both of you?
Well, you know what mine is. She does a sweet potato casserole with a brown sugar pecan crust on the top that is just, it's so good. I could just eat that and be happy. You're a good cook too, by the way. I want to steam her a minute.
She does. A couple of weeks ago, the chili that wasn't chili, that's chowder.
Fake chili that was chowder.
It was great.
I am a pretty good cook. I don't cook enough, but I'm a pretty good cook. My favorite dish at Thanksgiving, I don't know, maybe dressing, but it has to be good. Like, I'm picky about it, but if it's the kind that I like, then that's probably.
Yeah. So here's what we wanted to do. Thank you so much, Phil.
Sure.
We just wanted to have you all on because we love picking on you, especially Robin. We love calling and picking on her. We try to call you, but you have a job, so we can't call Alicia. She's always working. But in the summertime, every single day we're going to call her. But we wanted to just talk about Thanksgiving. So think for a minute of a little nugget that you would like to share to people that are listening on being thankful. And I'll go first. I'll start with that I've learned one lesson in my life, that if you want to destroy a family, if you want to destroy life, the joy of living, you just need to be negative. And years ago, I just was praying over some things in my life, and I heard in my heart this statement, and I've tried to live by it since 2012. And the statement was this: Mark, I cannot heal you when you're negative. And I never really realized the power of negativity. And it doesn't even have to be the way we talk. It doesn't have to be the way we act. It can just be a negative mindset. You wake up negative. You don't like your job. You don't like your car, something about your marriage, your money, a life. And you don't even have to speak it out. It just sits in your mind as a seed of negativity. And if you don't deal with those negative seeds, they brew over time. And over time, they begin to impact every part of life. They impact joy. They impact wanting to get up and wanting to have a good life. They'll destroy family and marriage. So my piece of Thanksgiving advice today is we hope you enjoy Thanksgiving. We hope you enjoy spending time with family. But when it's all said and done and you wake up the next day, my advice would be destroy any hint of negativity in your life. Take that thought captive and do what my dad told me years ago. Every time you have a negative thought, say something praiseworthy out of your mouth. I'll turn it to Robin.
All right. I think thankfulness is the antidote to worry and anxiety. And, there's a lot to be said of the current culture and trends in mental health that we're just much more aware of, I think, in this generation. And so one of the things that I do a little bit of counseling on the side, one of the things that I always like to tell the people that I'm talking with is if you can find the things that you're thankful about, it just changes your focus. It changes what you're dwelling on. And a lot of times the reasons that anxiety comes and that they creep up on us is just that thinking pattern of all the worry, all the negativity, all the things. And when we can just break that and stop it and begin to find the things that we're thankful for, it really does shift just the train of thought. And the Bible's pretty clear about that as well. It says the things that we're supposed to do. And one of those is to be thankful. So
that's good.
Out of our mouth.
Alicia.
Okay. Well, kind of picking up on what you said, Robin, I'd had to change my perspective on thankfulness as far as having a very busy life. Instead of looking at things from, oh my goodness, I don't have time, I've got to get my kids here and there, there's laundry, there's all these things, just switching it to being thankful that they are healthy, to be able to play soccer, or that my kids are still in my home, to be able to do all these things, because one day they're not going to be. So right now, I'm embracing all of it.
That's good.
And I'm being intentional about it. So that's pretty much what
I love it. Intentionality. Phil.
Yeah, I like what Robin said, actually. And there was a study that was done that said that gratitude and anxiety cannot even exist, I think, in the mind together. And so it just changes your whole perspective when you're just grateful for things in your life. And for me, in this time, it's always been family. Thanksgiving and Christmas are always big for us because we always see family that we only see one time a year. And so, I love the family aspect. respect, and I'm grateful for them, even though they're kind of crazy and live in Texas and do crazy things. But I'm thankful for all of that, no matter what. And so, yeah, it's a good season. I love it.
That's good. Well, Phil and I always thank you for listening. We appreciate you hanging with us every single week. A special thanks to our brides, Alicia. Thank you. Robin, thank you for being here. And all joking aside today, we do pray you have a great Thanksgiving, that you enjoy family. And like we all said, be intentional. Be intentional to love your family, to be thankful, destroy all negativity, have some gratitude about you, and it'll destroy all the worry. And wake up on Friday and get busy about living. As Robin said, I will encourage you to read the book. It is a great book. Green Light, correct, is the name of it? It's a great book for real, because it really does say, get busy living. I love the old show I watch all the time, at least once a year, Shawshank Redemption. Get busy living or get busy dying. Why don't you do that and do it with a good attitude, do it with a grateful heart and some praise in your lips. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to My Dad's podcast. Make sure to follow along and help us by sharing this episode with someone you know. Thanks again. Have a great week.